President Biden's support of a ceasefire in the Middle East comes amid growing pressure from within his own party. It's part of a larger sea change that was unheard of just a few years ago. Democrats expressing pointed criticism of Israel. Pressure is building on President Biden from within his own party to take a tougher stance against Israel's bombing campaign.
Children are dying, and Netanyahu, who is desperate to cling to power, is out there saying that he is doing this with the United States' support. The president needs to make it very clear. No, you are not.
More Democrats now showing a greater willingness to criticize Israel and speak up in defense of Palestinian rights.
We must acknowledge and condemn the disproportionate discrimination and treatment that Palestinians face versus others in this region.
The push is strongest from the progressive wing of the party, like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's drawing attention for accusing Israel of operating an apartheid state.
Do Palestinians have a right to survive? Do we believe that? And if so, we have a responsibility to that as well.
The conflict also has Senator Chris Van Hollen, a Maryland Democrat who serves on the Foreign Relations Committee, all but questioning the administration's commitment to human rights. Tweeting earlier this month, if the Biden administration puts the rule of law and human rights at the heart of its foreign policy, this is not a moment for tepid statements. All of it reflecting a shift in the willingness of Democrats to challenge U.S.-Israel policy over the last dozen years and the president's current approach.
Any response to Democrats?
And joining me now is NBC News senior political reporter Jonathan Allen. So, John, you wrote about this for NBCNews.com. Give us a sense of how we got here. You write that Benjamin Netanyahu has a huge role to play in all of this.
Absolutely. A dozen years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, there was almost no criticism of Israel on Capitol Hill. Democrats, in part, were afraid of primary elections from basically from people supporting Israel. You saw the loss of Cynthia McKinney in Georgia in a primary. You saw the loss of Earl Hilliard in Alabama in a Democratic primary. And basically, this was a one-sided issue entirely. What you've seen over the last course of the last dozen years is Benjamin Netanyahu being very insulting to President Obama, coming to the House floor. I believe in 2015 during debate on the Iran nuclear deal to slam that deal in Washington, D.C., in President Obama's, temporary hometown. And then as President Donald Trump became president, Netanyahu and Trump really saw each other as ideological allies, as political allies, and there was no daylight between the two of them. All of that alienated Democratic elected officials from the Israeli government, particularly the Netanyahu government. At the same time, what you're seeing, from the grassroots of the Democratic Party and now more reflected in its elected officials is deep concern about the plight of the Palestinians. If folks in the Democratic Party are going to be talking about social justice in the United States, they believe that that Palestinians should have social justice as well. You see generational poverty there. You see some of the same systemic injustices that you see in the United States, all of which is a precursor for what you're seeing now, which is the rocket fire from the Palestinian-held areas into Israel, and then Israel's response. What you're not hearing a lot of from moderate Democrats, or certainly from the administration, is any suggestion that Israel doesn't have a right to defend itself.
Yeah, and John, in about the 30 seconds we have left, do you get the sense that what we've seen unfold in the last couple of weeks here in the Middle East has been a particular inflection point?
I think it's an inflection point in the rhetoric on the Democratic side. I mean, you see even the administration saying things out there that I think placate the base a little bit in terms of supporting a ceasefire. What you're not seeing from President Biden is him calling on Israel to stop to stop retaliating against the rocket attacks. You're seeing the administration fight the United Nations in terms of statements the UN Security Council wants to put out. In favor of the Palestinians. So the policy is not changing right now.
NBC's John Allen.